Howdy, folks. I'm going to babble until the clock shows up because I don't know if I'm even being heard right now. Hello? Hello, Larry, Herb, Steve Combs, Doug, Liz, Robin. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I feel bad because I completely forgot somebody else was going live at 7, and that I generally try not to step on people. It does happen, but I feel like dirt for it, but I know people understand. The reason why the title of this video says read the description is I'm also trying to grow my business page on Facebook. So please read the description. If not, wait, see if I have it on my clipboard to post it here. If you don't mind, if you are on Facebook, I hope you'll consider liking that page over there because, hello, JJE. Yeah, I've had that business page for a while, but I haven't really promoted it, and I'm trying to regrow it now. So if y'all don't mind, I just typed it out in the chat. It's also in the description if you'll go like that. The reason why I'm bringing that up is because I will occasionally be doing live streams from only that business page, and I don't want y'all to miss any. I'll be alternating between YouTube for my usual subscribers, because I don't want to change what I've been doing. But I'll also be doing some exclusively from YouTube and exclusively from the business page, and I don't want anybody to miss any. The reason why is the way Facebook is set up. If you do it through StreamYard to both platforms, you don't get credit on Facebook. So there's a way to make money, I hear. But I got to get to that point. And it's not all about money, but we all know I'm trying to make a living here. Thank you, Robin. So that's why, and also there is no hidden meaning as to why I'm here alone today. I will occasionally do a no panel live stream. That is not a reflection of anything other than uh, me trying to stay on track. And that's not a dig at anybody because everybody that knows me knows I adore my panel and everybody out in the chat. I would rather die than lose friends over trying to grow my name and what I do. So please understand if you're not on the panel. But there will be times we will have a panel. So please bear with me as I try to figure out what works and what does not. And I do take feedback as well. I'm not perfect by any means, so I cherish any feedback. We are using a 22-inch Hagner, number 5 and number 3 flat-ended spirals by Flying Dutchman, bought through Wooden Teddy Bear. Stack cutting 2 pieces of 3 foot by 2 foot maple, held together with brad nails. That's what the blue areas are. That's where the brad nails are. We are sitting at $110 needed for the frame. I got a $5 donation the other night, and I appreciate that. I don't know if that person wants to remain anonymous, is why I have not named names. But if they want to name their name, they're welcome to, but I appreciate it. And I think I answered all the usual questions. I use spirals because they cut in all directions. That's the whole reason I do them. And with a flat blade, I wouldn't be able to cut pieces this large. That's kind of my thing, is cutting large and detailed, and I love designing patterns. So if you want to see over 2,000 patterns, 14 ebooks, a whole bunch of swag for Scroll On, LOL t-shirt on behalf of Herb. I'm considering getting a drink t-shirt made for when I break blades. I guarantee at least 2 or 3 people might want one. I can't believe we didn't think of that before. There's all kinds of Scroll On caps, t-shirts, coffee cups, and other t-shirts and coffee cups. As well as those 14 ebooks, there's 6 instructional downloadable videos about how to make your own patterns the way I do, because computers confuse me. But I appreciate everybody taking the time to be here. If you're not subscribed already, I hope you consider it. Click on the bell, click on the word all, and go to that business page on Facebook and hit like, and you won't miss any of those live streams. And thank you in advance. Thank you, Larry. Thank you very much. That means a lot. Yeah, I don't want to step on anybody when I'm trying to grow. My friends know I adore them, and I tell them that. Probably not as often as I should. Anyway, I am sponsored by Hardneil Media. That is Steve Nealon. Harnealmedia.com, HARNEAL media, media.com. If you need a website done very affordably, great communicator, long work hours, uh, very thorough. If it's doable, he can do it. Please go there and tell him Charles Deering sent you. He knows we all support him, and he tries to be in all these live streams. But if there's more than one going on, he can't be everywhere at once. Although he does have 3 computers or more. Anywho, I think I got all the spiel out of the way, so I appreciate everybody supporting me, and even if it just means being here. Uh, for those that have never been here before, I do live streams versus project videos because I like the real time interaction. Although I don't mind answering questions after it's over, but people out in the chat also have answers and opinions and stuff, and I value that just as much. I wouldn't be doing these live streams without an audience. Steve C says, I'm actually wearing my Dag Blabbit t-shirt right now. Heck yeah, baby. He got it for his birthday a while back. And yeah, Dag Blabbit is my way of trying to avoid cussing. So I appreciate that. But if you're not subscribed, I hope you'll consider it. And I hope you'll consider hitting that thumbs up. But I will start scrolling here shortly. I just wanted to make sure all that stuff was out there. And we are sitting at 110 on the frame. 110 remaining to afford the second frame for the second piece. Hopefully not, Larry, but yeah, I hear you. I was in John Scrollapalooza last night, or yesterday. My tape measure fell onto my power strip, and I didn't know that. So everything went black, and I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get my computer booted back up. So that's why I disappeared. Speaking of that, let's all support each other in the community. Robbins Buys and DIYs does live streams. Midnight Scroll Her does live streams on Seiko and her own channel, mainly on Facebook for Midnight Scroll Her. But she does still have videos on YouTube. Billy Burt Sr. has the Messy Scroller and the Messy Studio. He does live streams. I believe Doug does live streams. John Cousins, Would If I Could, WOOD. Would If I Could does live streams and Scrollapaloozas. And I hope I didn't miss anybody because, there's a whole bunch of crafters out there. But yeah, I want to help people. That's why I'm trying to remember them all and name their names. Hey, we're going to start scrolling. Please bear with me that I have to look at the comments and questions between cuts. Now, sometimes I'll repeat things because I don't know if anybody's here for the first time, and I don't want to neglect first timers and or beginners to scrolling. I teach better from questions, but I'll try to think of anything people will want to know. But I also encourage questions, and people out in the chat are often able to answer them themselves as well. The scary thing about designing a piece with a bunch of grass like this is you got to make sure none of them are floaters, like crisscrossing too many things. So that took the most time on this pattern. People ask me, how big is that pattern? I can't really answer that because every pattern I do is scanned in at 300 dpi. Some of them take more than one page to do. I do mine on paper. And so they're never a set size. They are scanned in so large so that if you enlarge them, they won't distort. That's why I can't tell you that a pattern is a certain size or what size it should be cut at, because I cut large. As soon as I'm done with this cut, I will catch up with comments. Okay, Doug does not do live streams. Well, check him out anyways. He has Pole Barn Productions, POHL, if you're just listening and can't see that in the chat. He also has the outdoor or outside the barn Sorry, I think I got that right. Yeah, some people aren't crazy enough to do live streams. They can get chaotic, but it's fun for me personally. I never tell people to go to a channel, subscribe. I tell people to go to a channel and check it out. If you like what you see, subscribe. By God. And right now, I can get away with using number 5 blades because this is such a large piece. These are, I meant this is such a large piece. And what you get with different size blades, you'll hear a term called a kerf, Kerf. That is the cut line left behind by the blade. So the larger the blade, the easier it is to see the cut line left behind from it. So that's another reason I use the larger blades. And every now and then I do forget to drill a pilot hole when there's 50,000 of them. I have no idea how many is in this piece because I'm too scared to count. I just love detail. You might be able to tell that by now. I also tend to talk a lot because I don't like dead air. That's why I do occasionally have a panel. It makes it more fun for me, but I tend to stay on track and teach more when it's just me. So I'm going to balance those back and forth. I hope everybody understands. Speaking of panel, there's one of my best panel members, unofficial producer, Herb Scrolling Station. He has a channel as well as a website, herbhooper.com. Check that out. He's got patterns. And a dang good friend of mine, as are quite a bit, if not everybody out the chat. Friendships do grow. Herb used to be a very quiet guy out in the chat. Once in a blue moon, he would chat. And Russ Meadows got him into these things, and boom, now he's a fixture in most live streams. One of my closest friends lives an hour and a half away from me, and I've yet to meet him. Go figure. I had a chance to meet Billy Burt, but anxiety got the best of me. He was at SWAT in Waco, this turning thing. Waco's only 45 minutes from me. I am in Gatesville. Hello, Mark Lindsay. He does live streams as well, and project videos. Y'all check him out. Mark Lindsay, CNC. It's SAY on Lindsay. I try to remember to promote people because we all need growth. We all need to be told about others. That's how we grow. I'm sort of going across the bottom here just to get those out of the way because that's where the straight lines are, and that's why the piece is at a severe angle. If I was straight on, the saw is right here. The angle you see my arms at is perpendicular to the saw, but the piece has to be angled because of the depth of the saw. And this piece is 3 feet wide, and the depth of the saw is only 22 inches, and that cuts off right about here. So I have to angle it to reach below this area. I appreciate everybody taking the time to be here, by golly. By the way, check out Charity Morehouse, Midnight Scroll Her. She has opened up a craft store with Steve Nealon called MidnightScrollHerCraft.com. Crafts, that's plural, I believe. Let's help her grow that, or help her and Steve Nealon grow that. Is it John Cousin's anniversary today? I briefly saw something, but I don't want to put out wrong information. But if it is, y'all tell him happy anniversary. I was jumping through my tail trying to get this live stream and business page and everything going, but I didn't take the time to make sure. So John, if you ever see this, happy anniversary, sir, and Carrie, his wife Carrie. 27th of this month will be mine and my wife's 10-year anniversary. Also the 1-year anniversary of my dad's passing. Not quite as happy of a deal. Oh, their anniversary is tomorrow. Okay, thank you for that, Steve. Mark Lindsay says, I may start doing, by the way, the reason why I read comments is some people just listen to live streams. Mark Lindsay says, I may start doing live streams on my other channel, which I have cleverly named Mark's other channel. That's funny. If anybody's watching that is afraid of asking a beginner type question, it's okay to ask. Nobody here will make fun of you. I give you my word. It's never happened, but if it ever does, they're gone. But you are encouraged to ask questions. Not everybody knows everything, and that's how we learn. I don't even know everything. Can you believe that? I know. All right, so John Cousins is John Cousins and his wife Terry. Their anniversary is tomorrow. I don't know how many years, but I probably did last night. I just flat forgot. And if you're just joining, I hope you'll consider liking the business page that's linked in the description of this video so I can grow that audience as well. There will be times I'm only live streaming from there because if you do it through StreamYard to both platforms, Facebook won't give you credit for streaming to them. So you got to do it separately. And I'm trying to grow that audience too. So I hope you'll consider it. Charles Deering Wooden Visions. It's all one word technically on Facebook, but yeah, I hope you find that and like it. And by God, you won't miss any of these lovely, fun live streams. There's no real method to my madness as far as the order I cut things in. I just sometimes I'll sweep left to right and just zigzag it all over the place. Some people say cut out the little pieces first, but I just cut what I want because, and I don't mean that arrogantly, because you can hold your fingers right there next to the blade and not hurt yourself to support a piece. That's why I don't worry about what order I cut in. Now, I'm not saying that's the wrong way or the right way, but a lot of people will say cut all your small pieces first. Because I cut large pieces, I will uh, often cut out the large pieces first because it reduces the weight of the piece. This piece is a little heavy. Hello, Bob Lee. Bob Lee says, excuse me, Charles, I started up your truck yesterday. I wanted to get ready to go work and play this year. All right. Well, at least we're on the same page about whose truck it is. I appreciate that. He's got a beautiful blue pickup. I forgot the year and everything because I've let him have it for so long. I forgot everything about it. Good to see you, Bob. That's the picture of his truck there in this profile picture. I can't see it real close, but I would love to have that truck, but he probably wants money for it. No, it'll probably stay in the family, honestly. We do have an unofficial drinking game. It doesn't have to be alcohol. If I break a blade, you got to take a drink. And according to my strict producer, Herb, if it comes out of the clamp, you also got to take a drink. I think he added that one because he gets thirsty. but it rarely comes out of the clamp. That's why my go-to is Heckner, although I love the Seiko as well. Seiko has awesome customer service, awesome product. SEYCO.com. I hear you. And they also have, among many products, they have the scrollers drill. It's, make sure you get perfect up and down cutting. Now, because when I go live, I have so many things plugged in, I'll only have my cordless if I forget to drill pilot holes, which does happen. So that's why I keep that nearby. But when I'm not doing live streams, I use this because it's completely straight up and down. It's click on and hold. It's not a click on, click off. You have to hold that button down right there. It's got a power cord that goes in right there. And that's how you spell Seiko. Ray is the owner. And I believe there's a Mike, Tim, and a Joe working there. I haven't met Mike yet. He showed up after I had visited. It's in Rockwall, Texas. Little bitty building. I thought it would be a giant building, but it's just comfortable enough for it to work for him. Run by Ray Seymour, so technically that saw is pronounced Seiko, but he doesn't correct anybody because everybody and their dog calls it Seiko. Not a single negative word to say about anybody up there. I mean, they're all awesome people. Good customer service sticks out because of how many places in the world that treat you like a number. He doesn't do that, or nobody there does that. And you can tell him Charles Deering sent you. He knows me. I am not sponsored by Seiko. That's mainly my fault. My Seiko is literally right next to me, like within less than a foot. Got 14 people watching. I appreciate it. I hope you'll consider throwing a thumb up over there if you like what you see. If you don't like what you see, talk to me about it. Maybe we can get it all figured out together, unless you just don't like it. We occasionally do take a drink, and sometimes my panel will try to make me choke. I use 1/16 drill bit, and no matter what drill I use, I'm okay with it being that big, even for some other really teeny tiny cuts. Always use a 1/16 drill bit. If I ever need to go smaller, I got a bunch of small blades through Carl Taylor, Karl Taylor. Uh, and hello, Russ Meadows. Rusty Nails with a Z if you want to check him out. There are some shows I will do without a panel, and some shows I'll do with a panel. And Russ and Mark both, and Herb and Steve C have all been very appreciated panel members. And John Cousins. That's not to say we're the cool crowd kind of thing. We just, some people click better than others, but everybody's appreciated. And for anybody that cares, I finally broke into 7,000 subscribers. It keeps fluctuating between 7,000 and 7,001, but I can live with that. Somebody's undecided. According to Mark, they're the cool crowd, but thank you, Mark. I think Mark has like 16,000 plus, or way more. Doug has a whole bunch himself. But, and I know Mark will back me up on this. How many subscribers has doesn't necessarily mean that you're awesome. It just means more people have found you and liked what they saw. That sounded like a dig on people. It's not what I meant, because there are very good makers out there that don't have a lot of subscribers, because it does take time, and Mark and Doug will tell you that. It takes a long time, unless you have some kind of viral video. Every now and then somebody will get a whole bunch overnight kind of deal. But yeah, I mean, I'm not saying they don't deserve the subscribers they got, but it doesn't happen overnight. When it comes to maker type channels, my subscriber numbers are actually kind of low, but that doesn't mean I don't appreciate it. Yep, exactly, Mark. Speaking of following on a journey, for those that have just come in, if you don't mind going on to Facebook, look in the description, or look in the description of this video. There's a link to a Facebook business page I'm trying to grow. If you'd like to go like that, because occasionally I will only do live streams from there, but I will alternate between there and YouTube here. So I hope y'all will consider that. Because apparently you can make money on Facebook if you get enough people watching. I did not know that until I had a long discussion with somebody. And I always say I'm more money needy than money hungry, because I know there's more to life than money. But it never hurts to try to make a living. Just saying. I would not be where I am without all of y'all, because y'all being here is why I keep doing the live stream. Thank you, JJ. I am constantly having to check my posture because I slouch so bad at the saw. After this cut, I'll show you all the source photo I used. For those that haven't seen it, you'll see the source photo that I used to make this design. I do design my own patterns, but occasionally I'll cut somebody else's. This is the photo we used. And according to the angle you're looking at it, everything, that's the angle we're looking at. And right now we're working right in here, I think. Yeah, somewhere in here. Apparently not, Mark. What I'm hearing, and I don't know what I can't think of the word, what the requirements are, but Facebook has to come to you and offer it to you. Because right now my business page is not eligible. I don't know what the eligibility is required. So if I show activity there, they might come to me. That's why I'm trying to grow that page again. I abandoned it for a while because I'm not good at, I get overwhelmed too easily. But I need to work on that in myself. I think one of the ways you make money through Facebook is people give you stars, and those stars are pretty affordable. I gave stars the other day, but I don't know what all it involves. Too many moving parts. Now you have a business page, Mark, but do you live stream from it? Because I think it's live stream related. I'm not sure. I don't want to be wrong. I actually have no idea because I've slept since I had the conversation. But I think the live streams is how you get the stars. Heck, I don't know. But I did find out from that person. The reason I'm saying that person is I don't know if that person wants to be talked about, is why I'm respecting privacy. But if you stream through StreamYard to YouTube and Facebook, you don't get credit. It's got to be just through Facebook. So that's why I'm alternating. I don't want to abandon this audience. This is why I'm still going to do live streams here. But yeah, if I can make a little change while I'm doing all this, that'd be great. Speaking of change, we are sitting at $110 remaining to get the second frame. Got a $5 donation the other night. Appreciate that. Josh Grover will be making the frames. I already paid for one, but we're 110 short to get the second one. And if you were so inclined, consider going to the donation buttons on woodenvisions.com. If you're not so inclined, that's fine too. It's not a requirement. Or you could just buy a bunch of patterns. That's the same as donating. You can get something back out of it. Or ebooks or swag. All done by harnellmedia.com. We'd have been done by now if it wasn't for all this grass. Just saying. Russ Meadows says, Mark, he's talking to somebody else, but I'll go ahead and read it. Mark, do you have to have 10,000 followers on your business page to monetize on Facebook? No, you do not. I can answer that one because the person we were talking to the other night doesn't have that many followers on Facebook, Russ. So that, from what I can tell, is not a requirement because that person got invited to participate and doesn't have near that many. So, oh wait, you're saying you do? You weren't asking. Okay, then why, Rush? You were there with the person I was talking to. So, God, I got a long ways to go to have 10,000 followers. Well, somehow the live streams is how that person's getting paid. Dag nabbit. Well, now I don't know what to think. Because, I mean, I believe that y'all are reading what you're reading, but I'm trying to respect privacy here by not naming names. But Russ was there when I was having the conversation with this person, and that person's getting paid to do live streams, or not those exact words. But that person doesn't have 10,000 plus followers. So I don't know. That's a lot of moving parts right there. Mark says, I think it's an experimental program, Charles. They're inviting certain people to participate. Well, by God, I hope I get it participated or invited. Dag blabbit. Oh, well. Maybe I just need to come out with a Charles Daring swimsuit calendar. What do y'all think? Y'all rush to go get that? I'm afraid of what the comments are going to be regarding that. Yeah, who doesn't want a Charles Daring swimsuit calendar? Come on now. This is when you find out who your friends are. There's one, Steve Combs. Mark Lindsay is trying to give me a compromise, saying, "What about a wetsuit calendar?" I would still look like a seal or a sea lion. Oh, that's yeah. I wouldn't wish that on anybody, but I've just thrown it out there. That's how you get feedback, or completely thrown under a bus. Yeah, I guess there's a select few out there that might want a Charles During dartboard or toilet paper, but we won't go into more detail there. Mark always pictured me. That's what made me say I'd look like a seal. Anyway. I will be supplying brain bleach for everybody that pictured me in a calendar, free of charge. Rose Meadows says, Mark, go ahead and open a business page, fill it with a bunch of vids, and send all your YouTube followers over to follow you there. Then you're all set. Yeah, you got the subscribers, Master. Then again, and Mark will back me up on this, you may have a lot of subscribers, but not all of them watch. Now, a lot of people watch his stuff, but I have, just hit 7,000, but I'm lucky if I top 100 views on a video, and that's not a complaint, it's just a fact. So yeah, having a lot of subscribers doesn't necessarily mean that they'll go over there. But yeah, the chances are there. So why don't I just stop talking about things I don't know about? Ladies and gentlemen, Polly wants a crafter. Jerry Brown says, I got no reason since people think Facebook blows. And Mark Lindsay doesn't want to add another page to have to take care of. Jerry says he's not thrilled watching Facebook Lives. I'm not thrilled with it. I think their commenting system could be a lot better. But if it's a way to make money, we all know that I kind of need money. Yeah, just another revenue stream. So there's that. And thank you for being here, Jerry. Jerry is another good friend of mine. And I've actually met him quite a few times. Well, you can only meet him once, but I've seen him quite a few times. You can actually walk through my shop right now, Jerry, just saying. It's not a palace, but it's got a walkway behind that van. There's all that open room, just saying. The workbenches leave something to be desired, but that's my shop. It's 16 by 32, I believe. My office, where I sit on my computer, is right behind those set of cabinets. And I'm wearing U.S. flag t-shirt. America. All right. Let's see if it's going to mess up my camera quality. No, it is not. Nice. Oh, I know, Steve. I know I'm not the only one. Yeah, Jerry's been in my shop when you had to take an obstacle course to get to my office. Yeah, it's seen better days and worse days. Yeah, anytime I talk about money, I'm never trying to guilt trip people or say that I'm the only one. I just explain why I'm doing what I'm doing, kind of thing. And I heard somewhere that the more money you make, the more money you spend, but that's something I'm trying to not do. Thank you, sir. I got it from a website called Greater Half. Larry says, a lot of detailed Charles like it. Thank you, sir. Yeah, Greater Half. I don't think it was terribly cheap, but it was a neat shirt. And the only reason I bought it is, hello, Leonard. Leonard Davis has joined us. Lynn's Handcrafted Wood Signs. The only reason I bought it, besides the fact that I liked it, is that it had a pocket. I gotta have pockets, even on t-shirts. 9 times out of 10, I will not buy a shirt if it does not have a pocket. And I tried to get the shirts on my site to have pockets, but that's not an option unless you want to pay buku dollars. Mark says, I know the feeling, Charles. I brought home a Harbor Freight dust collector today, and I'll have to stand outside and assemble it through the door. I actually have a Harbor Freight dust collector, too. That is what y'all are hearing in the background, and that's what's over there. I put it so far away so y'all wouldn't hear it. That's the upper part of it right there. But the hoses are routed along the floor and tie wrapped to the bench legs, and comes out right here, and it's going up under my table to right there. Lap cam. Alrighty, that looks like a decent angle to cut at, I reckon. Yeah, I was way overdue on dust collection because dust was most of the, and I go through a lot of window units in my shop because of dust. Because I don't stay with cleaning the filters, and it would cake them up and cake up the fins. I think that's what they're called, the fins. Now I'm questioning myself. I don't know if they're called fins or not. But yeah, it gets caked up in there if you don't keep up with it. But with dust collection, and I also have one of those WEN air suckers thingies. You can also use a box fan with a filter taped to the back of it, but to get the fine dust. I still have to use a broom every now and then because nothing's perfect. Yeah, it is fins. Okay. Yeah, but keep up with cleaning the fins. It's not near as bad, but I'm not good at keeping up with stuff. Mark Lindsay says, I got the 2 horsepower, 70-gallon model. I'm going to order a dust deputy for it next payday. Larry says, I got the one with a bag on top and a plastic bag on bottom. That's which one I have, Larry. I don't know all the sizes and stuff like that, but that's what I just pointed at over there. And the way I was able to get that was credit. Without credit, I would not have been able to get that. Now I'm paying for that now, but by God, that's one way to get it. Jerry Brown says dust collection on our scroll saw is rough though. Yeah, this isn't the perfect setup, but it does get the fine dust. I mean, I still get little giblets on the floor. I don't even know if the camera would show it. Well, the piece is in the way, genius. Let me move that. You can kind of see, maybe, giblets. If I can find where I'm pointing here. You can well know the piece is kind of blending it out, isn't it? There's giblets on the floor because I don't want to completely block everything I'm doing underneath the saw. So, yeah. Russ just got it to where he could walk in his shop and say that it's saw. So now he's perplexed about where he's going to put the dust deputy. That's funny right there. I'm not smart enough, and I'm not dogging myself. I'm not intelligent enough to route one outside, so I just go with what I got. All right, let's get this thing back in view. Dang it, I'm clicking all kinds of crap I don't mean to click on my computer. Jerry Brown says, my dust deputy cyclone is on a 55-gallon drum next to my CNC exit bag as the big box that says Polly wants a crafter in pictures. Oh, right. Yeah, Jerry is might be the only maker that has a disco ball and a chandelier in his shop. Just saying. Not saying that's a bad thing. It's a unique thing. The ceilings in my shop are way too low for a disco ball. But I wouldn't put it past me to put one in here if the ceilings were higher. Just saying. I have been known to do some weird things on my live streams, including dyeing my beard blue. Oh, yeah. We have 18 people watching. Don't hold back if you got any questions or comments. As long as you're nice. If I can't answer it, somebody in the chat probably can. If none of us can, I'll try to lead you to who I think could answer. Excuse me. And if you're just joining, we have $110 remaining on getting a second frame for the second piece here. Yeah, if you are so inclined, either consider purchasing patterns at woodenvisions.com or just using the donate button. Not required, but always appreciated. Obviously not an emergency. And when you're cutting all this grass, you don't have to stay right on the line. Just as long as you don't get a little jagged, because grass isn't jagged necessarily, unless it's been hit by something. So, like, I intentionally went off that line. I don't know if you can tell because I'm not zoomed in real close. But as long as you just keep a subtle curve going, it'll look realistic-ish. Ladies and gentlemen, Portal Woodworks, David Jones, he just had a birthday. I believe that was yesterday. Happy belated birthday, David Jones. And thank you for being here, sir. Yeah, Jerry's been working on the R2D2 for, I think, the whole time I've known him or shortly thereafter. He might be the John Cousins of the maker world. Thank you, David Jones. All right. I'll let one of y'all spank David. I think I'll resist that urge. I want to live. You might get to spank David, but you probably only get away with one. There's just some things I don't want to visualize. Just saying. Oh, he's been working on R2D2 about 5 years. All right. But he did 3D print a full-size Yoda, baby Yoda, Grogu, for those that follow Mandalorian. And I don't mean full-size as in 5 feet tall. Apparently my piece was hitting my laptop back behind me and it keeps popping stuff on my screen. It's only one day late, Mark. And for those following along, tomorrow is John Cousins and his wife Carrie's anniversary. But I don't know which anniversary. Mark, go to your room. I'm in my room. Yeah, I meant which number anniversary, you know? How many years married? Yeah. Work with me over here. It's so crazy. Jerry says, I have to be pretty cheap with my build. I got a ton of parts so far, but I have to make it all. No buying neat stuff. I will say live streams are an acquired taste. You cannot expect to keep your sanity. There are people that would test it. I say that with love, of course. That includes the some kind of panel, and the panel will admit to that probably. Trying to keep a group of people on the tracks is pretty dang hard. You too, Larry. Thank you for dropping by, and thank you, Mark. Mark is going to eat. It's already 8 p.m. Just if I take a late nap, it makes the day seem shorter. My days and nights are so backwards. Got 17 people watching. I sure appreciate you. If you're not subscribed, I hope you'll consider it. If you do, click that bell, click on the word all, and by God, you won't miss a thing. Look in the description and click on that link to connect with me on my Facebook page, business page, and I will occasionally be doing live streams from there only, and I don't want you to miss any. I have to be there, so I won't miss any. But just like here, they're never on a schedule because I can't keep schedules. There's a piece of debris in there. There we go. Hello, Barbie. Good to see you again. Yes, yesterday was also Herb's birthday as well as Julian Martinez 5x30 workshop. I didn't see him and I didn't see you, but we saw Herb and We all got singing happy birthday, held them down, and let Russ spank them. He doesn't look a day over 30. Hello, Jason Rigoloff. My birthday's June 12th. If y'all want to start saving up, my anniversary is April 27th. 10 years, by God. Yeah, I can take a drink and Herb can make all the noise he wants, and it won't make me choke unless I think about the past. Sometimes I will have a panel, sometimes I will not. I can't go all the time without a panel because I need the entertainment. There's a lot of grass in this picture in case you hadn't figured it out. Now that printout I showed y'all of the source photo of this, it looks kind of dark, but if you get close in on it, you can see where I got a majority of the detail. I mean, I had to make up some of it in some of the dark areas, but the fact that the light is shining on the back of the elk is why there's not much detail up here. I wanted to balance it out somehow, but yeah. And there's two little elk hiding right behind this tree right here. And they've already been cut out. You want to see? Sure, right there. Alrighty then. We're going to go back over to here to the lovely grass. And for those that don't know, woodenvisions.com actually has a finished piece section. If you want a very unique item or very unique gift, they're not garage sale priced, but in the right column, you'll see the word finished pieces. I don't know if there's a button at the top or not. Barbie is asking, I don't know why I'm saying Barbie instead of just Barbie. I hope you don't mind me saying it that way. I do mine on paper, Barb, because programs confuse me. I do mine on paper. I use a program called Paint Shop Pro 4. They don't even make it anymore, but I use that just to make sure the lines are connected so I can color them in to sell them. Other than that, I just do it all on paper. Thank you, Russ Meadows. And Barb, since you just got in here, if you don't mind looking at the description of the video, and if you're on Facebook, consider liking the business page. I have a link to in there. I'm trying to grow that audience as well. I hope you'll consider it. And this pattern is one of over 2,000 on woodenvisions.com. There's also a version of this one in an oval, and this one without all the background. It's just the elk. But I figured, what the heck, if we're going to be crazy, we might as well do it crazy with the background. I believe this pattern, most of my patterns are 1 or 2 pages of paper. This one was 8 pages, so that gives you an idea how long it took. And how big it would be if you did actual size. But there's a search bar on virtually every page of woodenbusiness.com. If you just type in elk, it'll be like the fourth or fifth, whatchamacallit, result. And I'll do all I can to help, Barb. If I cannot help, somebody else in the chat can probably answer any questions you might have if I cannot. Yeah, I abandoned that Facebook business page for a while because I didn't want to do all the work it took to make it grow. But I need to get over that and make it grow. That's why I'm trying to encourage people to connect with me over there as well. Excuse me for coughing. Hello, John. John Cousins is having an anniversary tomorrow. I don't know which numbered anniversary it is. Yes, we know it's a wedding anniversary. We just don't know which number. John does. I don't. John better. His lovely wife. You're welcome, Barb. His lovely wife, Carrie. Okay, he's a sweetheart. Yeah, for those that don't know, occasionally I'll do a show without panel, and occasionally I'll do a show with panel. 18 years for John. Wow, that's a long time. I'm coming up on 10 years on the 27th. I need to start calling him Babyface John. He shaved all his hair off, his facial hair off yesterday, and a haircut. It looks like a 50s biker. He might be trying to steal the crown away from Russ Meadows for being the eye candy. Okay, I'm going to get some of these cuts that go below the capacity line of my saw. That way I can turn the piece sideways. And there looks to be only 2 left that are, whoops, I already went through that one. Now I may throw the link out to the panel members here shortly, since I've done but I've done an hour without a panel, so let me go ahead and do that. Because I know everybody loves to have them panel members here. So panel dudes and ladies, watch the group chat and you shall see. Right there. That's if you so choose. It is now in the group chat. Alert. I got 2 new likes on the business page. I appreciate that. see if I'm being helpful review, and then we'll get back to the scrolling. It does happen quite a bit. All right. I always need help, and I always appreciate help. So John, Herb, and Russ now have access to the link if they choose. It doesn't mean they're bad people if they don't come on here. But Lord knows I could always use the help. Sometimes I need help when they're here. That's not a dig on them. It's just pure insanity. I'm just a saying. Of course, I don't need to tell most of y'all that because y'all been here. Come on now. Absolutely, Herb. Now, the reason why sometimes I do it without a panel is because I'm able to, you know, for my own fault, I'm able to stay on topic and teach as needed. But when there's a group of people here, for some reason, I feel the need to be more goofy and try to get more laughs. And I always want y'all here. You know I adore y'all. I say it more than any of y'all. Dag blabbit. Don't take it personally now. Come on. I figured they might even be getting sick as often as I tell them I adore them. By God. Lord, no, I thought I forgot another pilot hole, but of course I didn't. That was a, a joke when I said, of course I didn't, because I always forget some. See, now that I've posted the link, they might say, well, you didn't want us there before. You can kiss my hind parts, by God. There's Barb right there. I know what the B stands for, but I got to respect privacy. Thank you, Barb. All right, let me. There are times I regret shortening the camera crane length because I can't get any closer than this, but it's not in my way like it used to be. I have to use a camera crane because, for those that don't know, I have a shop with a wooden floor and it vibrates and it makes the picture ripple. So I have to. A tripod doesn't work. So I'm using a webcam on a little camera crane. I can't show you the camera crane because it's being used unless I take the camera off the crane, which I can do if anybody's curious about how the camera's set up. I don't mind doing it. I might get a little dizzy while I'm doing it. Let me turn the piece. I should take the blade out of the clamp to do this, but I'm a rebel. Ugh, come on. I'm going to try to break that blade, ain't I? I'm doing that so I can get the piece turned perpendicular to the hooser deal. You know what I mean? And now my ring light's in the way, so let me get this blade fed through and I'll move that. Oh, that scared me. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rusty Nails with a Z.
Hello, everybody.
How the heck are you, Sparky?
I'm doing fine. Everything copacetic.
That's the rootness. Good to have you. You want to tell people what I can find you?
Oh, Rusty Nails with a Z. Got to put the Z. Woodshop.
That's the rootness. Thank you for being here,
On
mister.
Facebook and Instagram. We don't worry that much about YouTube.
Well, all right. Not yet, anyway.
Not yet, anyway. One of these days, I'll put another video up.
Someday he'll be the most popular live streamer on the YouTube, I tell you what.
Not much chance of that, baby.
There's a chance, a small one. Thank you for coming out. You ain't finished
with this thing yet?
Absolutely not. I didn't want to show off and get done in 2 hours. Come on now. Appreciate you being here. I know you got options.
Yeah, I got options, but what the heck.
Oh, God. I didn't want to get a root canal, so I'm coming on over. Lord have mercy. Now, Russ, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but occasionally I'll do a panel, occasionally I won't, because I tend to stay on serious mode when I'm by myself.
Yeah, I was on the Hangout. I was watching you, and I heard you say that.
Yeah, and that wasn't a dig. It's
no, I know.
Good night.
It's just that. Well, you know, the whole purpose is you need somebody to, number one, keep up with the comments so you don't have to stop, and then you need somebody so you can have that back and forth with.
Yeah, that makes it fun, more fun for me anyway. Go
ahead. It's a big deal. I don't think I'd care for having to do them by myself.
Yeah, there's times I don't like doing them by myself, but I think business-wise it looks better. But I also cherish my friends, and my friends know that. Speaking of friends, the Duke of Denham, John Cousins.
Hello, Duke.
Oh, well, Russ is here. I don't have to be here then.
Look at that. I'm telling you, Russ, I think he's competing for that eye candy thing. He looks all pretty.
Well, I'll tell you what. I will go ahead and go on record right now as relinquishing my title. He can have it.
All right, John, you're the pretty boy now.
Wait, I got to do this.
I got to do it down here.
How could you not adore these guys? That's why I love my panel. Anyway, John, you want to tell people they can find you, sir?
Hey, everybody, how's it going? John here with Wood If I Could, Scroll Saw Portrait Design and Woodworks. You can find me over on Wood If I Could, WODIFICould.com, sponsored by Hiring Out Media. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram as well.
There you go, folks.
Thank you.
And David Jones asked a question. He said, Squid, you did notice that this pattern isn't a big Navy ship.
Mm-hmm. Notice that right off the bat.
I noticed it.
Steve, if you want on this panel here, let one of my distinguished panel members know, and somebody will email you a link. You tend to part ways kind of early, so I just assume too much. I don't know. Yeah. So, when I have a panel, by God, I knew I couldn't go the whole time without a panel because I was
curious. I was curious about that because you were talking about you'll have one and then you won't have one, and then all of a sudden you're doing a show and you didn't have one, and in the middle of it you got one.
Yeah, I miss my homies, but I know y'all know me well enough to know it's not personal when I don't, because I adore y'all. You know that.
Roger.
Yeah, you were just ignoring us. You're like, no, I'm doing this by myself. I do it on my own all the time anyway. So
you know what?
My call and going home.
The bad part of this is he's trying to do this like a business. That means I can't squawk at him when he's trying to drink his Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, eventually.
Oh man, that's gonna bite big time.
Oh, well, let's be honest. Someday you're gonna go back to it. Come on now. There's no entertainment like Charlie spitting a drink all over his project.
It adds character, man. Come on.
Absolutely. I still have a spot on this from when I put machine oil on one of the upper arms, and I
Mm.
thought I wiped it down good enough with a paper towel, but it dripped right on it. It's still nice, dark, and look wet looking.
Did that make the price go down?
No, because I could change the design if I wanted to. It'll stick out like a sore thumb to me, but it's right.
Well, I finally got that pattern that I got from you. I was working on the Marvel characters.
Really?
Ah,
Oh, the Avengers. Yeah, that's
yeah, I've
what.
got it all put together. Finally, I got it where everything's just about right. And I opened it up full size. I said, "Good Lord, I don't know
Oh,
what got into me because this is at least as big as what you're doing."
uh,
Tall wise, anyway, it's not quite as wide as that, but this thing's probably 2.5 foot tall.
good lordy. Well, as far
Yeah,
back as that camera is, you can still see how wet that looks, and it's been dried off
yeah, it's a little
immediately. But
darker. Yeah.
yeah, but hopefully when I clear coat everything, it will even out. I hope.
Ah,
Herb
character.
says
It's a
be there in
character
a minute.
building.
All right, Herb, we'll leave the light on for you. We like character because we're full of characters, full of something. Appreciate you, fellers.
Glad to be of service. Yeah, you know, David, besides you, I've tried to get him to make one of them big old Navy ships, and
He's chunking me under the bus. He was there when I showed. Look, these are the pictures I have to choose from. There ain't crap.
well, we'll have to find you some better pictures then, because that'd be a real. I've got a 3D one that I have modeled up, and I could carve about 3 foot long, something like that. It
I
looks really
got you.
sharp, but it's not the particular one that he's wanting.
Yeah, and that limits me too.
Hmm.
I have a dry skin flake on my nose sticking out like a sore thumb.
Hey, put your nose in the camera where we can see it, and just take your finger and flick that thing off. Whap!
But it's within view of my eye, so that's why it's sticking out to me.
Aha. Barb's saying, what size is the board, dimension and thickness?
Stack cutting 2 pieces a 1/4 inch, and the board is almost exactly 3 feet wide by 2 feet tall. Tall this way. Yeah, it's pretty big. Could not be done without a spiral blade unless you did it much smaller.
Yes, Barb, any kind of questions you have? I saw that you said you're a new and wanting to learn how to scroll and all that. Charles is a good one. John Cousins below me there is another good one that can answer any of your questions.
Thank you, man. We love questions. And sometimes people in the chat can answer questions as well.
Yep.
By God, you're just surrounded by mental and educated people.
He
Mental.
said mental, huh? That was when he was talking about himself.
Well, yeah,
Self-portrait.
it's been possible. I mean, I can't think of the word because my intelligence just went down.
It's impossible. How about that? Is that good?
Beautiful.
All right, buddy.
So you're going to be the ear candy now that he's the eye candy. What kind of candy am I, or should we even ask?
Sour candy. You're a sour candy.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm a jawbreaker. Barb says, so what are your favorite size spiral blades? Most often, Barb, I use number 5 flat-ended spirals by Flying Dutchman. That actually is what I'm using now because the piece is so large I can get away with that.
Yeah. If you're doing smaller pieces, Barb, you're going to get smaller blades than that.
Yeah. I use number
can't
3 and
use
number
them
5 exclusively on a Hegner anyway. Go ahead.
His pieces are so big that you have room for those. But with smaller pieces, there's no way you could put those that size. You would be using a lot smaller
Yep.
blades than that.
Well, according to Steve Nealon, I use 12 gauge wire to cut him. Yeah, that's funny right there. Herb says I'm talking about him. I've been babbling, so I don't know which part he's talking about.
I don't either. It must have been when he was talking about mental.
That's what a number 5 looks like, Barb.
It doesn't look big, but it's big.
and a number 3 doesn't look much
Any
smaller.
smaller than that, but
It's
it is a little bit
ginormous. It's like
smaller.
5 times the size of my blades.
The
Yeah.
number 3 is on the left. The number 5 is on the right. So there's not a whole lot of difference. But there are other sizes out there. I just use number 3 and number 5. But on the Seiko, you can go much smaller. On the Heckner, I have trouble going smaller than number 3. And Herb says yes. I don't remember which thing he's talking about.
Yeah, Barb. I go between a 3/0, a 2/0, a 1, and a 3. 3/0s and 2/0s are hair thin.
Yeah, 3/0, 2/0 looks like 3/0, 2/0.
Right.
John and Russ can probably tell you about what all that technically means. I cannot. Oh, mental. Okay. John or Russ, do y'all want to explain what 2/0, 3/0 means? Because I don't
Nope.
have a clue.
I
All
don't.
right then.
2/0 and 3/0 are it's technically your blade thickness. 3/0s are bigger than 2/0s. My 1/0 and the 1s are smaller than his.
Yeah.
So my 1s are 0.35 or sorry 0.028 inches, whereas the 3 is like 0.035 inches.
Yeah.
Barb,
It's a little bit bigger than his.
thank you for that. Barb says she's doing her first picture using a number 4.
I didn't know there was a 4.
This is the particulars of the blades I use. If you care about the little stuff.
Barb, are you using spiral blades or straight blades, flat blades?
I didn't know there was a number 4. So,
I didn't either. I don't think there is.
are you calling Barb a liar,
I
Mister?
guess I am.
Hey, Barb, I'll give you his address. I'm
She's
kidding.
using spirals, but I've not seen a number 4.
I haven't either.
What size is the piece that you're working on?
He's probably saying right now. I think it's a number 4.
Olson's, okay.
Olson's,
Olson's
okay.
are, well,
Yes, sir. Sir.
I had Olson's when I first started, and I threw them in the trash can.
Some brands do have certain sizes, but I wish the sizes were universal because between brands they can change.
I know there are some people out there that like Olson's, but vast majority of people that I know don't use them.
Flying Dutchman is the most popular. Spiral
Pegasus.
blade, Pegasus, modified geometry is the most popular flat blade.
Yeah. Well,
And that's a Pegasus blade. Pegasus blade spirals are sharp, but they're brittle. That's
they
why
break easy. I had some.
Yeah, that's why I went away from Pegasus because I got tired of brittle blades. They break.
Yeah, when I first started in this craft, I stopped off at a local in Houston woodcraft store, and that's all the blades they had were Olson's in there, and I didn't know any different. So I picked up a couple of packs of different size blades, and I did not like them at all.
Yeah,
I happened to be on Charles's show at the time, I think it was, and I was talking to him about blades, and he said Flying Dutchman, and you have to order those. So I ordered me some. Man, I like them a lot.
Yeah, now if you hear about Nequa blades,
Yep.
those are Flying Dutchman blades. That's Nequa is the manufacturer. When they came to North America, Mike Morlock changed the name to Flying Dutchman. So Nequa and Flying Dutchman are identical blades, the exact same blades. And she says she doesn't like the Olsons, so go to either
she's in Northern
mikesworkshop.com. Oh,
Northern Canada there, Johnny.
check
What's
with
that?
Mike's Workshop and Wooden Teddy Bear. They might can tell you where to get them. Or John Cousins, he's also a Canadian, so maybe he can tell you where to get good quality blades. Go ahead, John.
We're at in Canada. Oh yeah, you're in Ontario, right? Go check out Home Depot. Home Hardware sells Pegasus blades. Canadian Tire will sell American Vermont. They're cheap blades. You don't really want those though.
Don't worry,
Um,
don't get those.
yeah,
Vermont
you
American.
Vermont American. You
Yeah,
can
they're
get.
terrible.
Trying to figure out where else. Check at Castle and at Home Depot as well. They're hard to find at Home Depot, but just ask them; they'll get them for you. Or if you have a wood store. Oh, what's the wood store that Johnny goes to? I can't remember. Uh,
If it
jo-
matters, she's in Saskatchewan.
oh, you're Saskatchewan. Okay. Saskatchewan. Actually, if you want to look up Garnett Hall or Sawbird.com, he's in Estevan, Manitoba. You can actually order from him online. He uses Miqua blade.
Yeah, so again, if you hear the term Nikwa, it's exactly the same blade as Flying Dutchman. Now, I had a video I did a long time ago comparing Pegasus and Flying Dutchman, and I was a convert to Pegasus. But since that video, I realized how often they break. So I regret doing that video, but I left it up because it got views. but in the description, I changed. I said, since this video, blah blah blah. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Herb Hooper, Herb Scrolling Station. How you doing, sir?
I ain't got no complaints. If I did, nobody's gonna listen.
You're welcome, Barb. And you want to tell me where they can find you, Herb?
You can find me at herbhooper.com, or you can find me at Herb Hooper on Facebook. Instagram would be Herb's Wood Art, or at Herb Scrolling Station.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for being
And
here, Herb. Oh, sorry.
sponsored by Hernell Media.
Absolutely. Oh, excuse me. I burp inwards. Thank you for being here, Herb.
And those fours that she's using are a little bit thinner than your number 5. They're 41s instead of 44s.
Yep.
in
When you
thickness.
say, oh, in thickness, okay, that's what he's referring to. Now, these
As
number
soon as
5, go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, as soon as she can, she probably needs to get different blades.
Yeah,
Those
okay.
blades are not that good.
Herb was talking about 44s. That's what that is. I don't know why it won't focus in now. 44.
044.
TPI stands for teeth per inch, if that matters to you.
Same amount of teeth.
Yeah, I believe the amount of teeth, it talks about the smoothness of the cut. Am I wrong, guys? The
No.
less teeth per inch is more of a rough cut.
The less teeth per inch, the thicker the material you can cut, and the rougher it is. The more teeth, the thinner the stock, the finer the cut.
Okay, thank you for that. I knew it was somewhere in there.
The smoother the cut, rather. Sorry.
All right, and I'm so glad you're asking questions. I love when people ask questions. It makes me feel smarter. And I'm not the only one that can answer. That's the beauty of these live streams. There's the panel and the chat and all kinds of stuff I got. And our chat is completely pink right now. It's so beautiful.
But it was when I told Barb to, as soon as she can, get some better blades. But don't stop using the ones you have until you get the better blades off. Keep going.
Yeah, you don't have to retire. You just
No, just keep using them till you get better blades, and then donate them to somebody or donate them to the trash can. One of the two.
Or keep
Man,
them keep them for emergencies.
I have used
Yeah, I
Vermont
keep it for
American in
emergencies.
emergencies. That the kind you get at Home Depot and Lowe's, at least in the U.S. At least at
Well,
the
see,
time.
I buy them by the gross, so they last me a long time.
Yeah, gross means, for those that don't know, it means 12 dozen. They come
Yeah.
in bundles of 12, and if you get 12 bundles, that's 144 blades. And other than the ones I've already taken out, that's what a gross of blades looks like. It's all unbundled, but yeah.
Yeah.
Ew, that's gross.
Yeah.
Get my head. There we go. Now,
She said she has 12 and down to 2 because they keep bending and breaking. Yeah. Yeah, I actually thought that I still had some of those Olsons. A couple of years ago, I went looking for them because Jeff Robinson said he would take them and use them in his scroll sawing class. He lives up in the Dallas area. And I went looking for them. I couldn't find them nowhere. So I guess I did throw them in the trash can.
What? You told them
I,
away?
I used to be so paranoid about not having the money to get new blades. When I broke a blade right at the clamp, I would save it.
Yeah,
Because,
I've tried that.
If it still had,
You
if it still had
don't
some
have
length
enough
to
to
it,
grab a hold to.
yeah, it's like you gotta change the tension all the heck. But
Yeah.
and I
Right
had a whole
off, you
bunch.
can only cut with a half-inch space.
Yeah, and some people will put another piece of material under what they're cutting so they can use a different section of the blade.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I was that guy for a while.
I went to my local monthly flea market a few years ago, and they had a guy that was selling scroll saw pieces, and he actually had his scroll saw there. He was kind of doing demonstrations while he was, people were gathering around watching.
Yep.
And I had just barely started looking at the craft, and I said I've been looking at it. I'd like to try some of it. And so he gave me a lot of pointers, and he said you buy your blades online, have them shipped to you. Where he buys his by the gross, it only costs him like 30 something cents a blade
Yep.
and stuff.
I,
So it's you can't beat it.
I know Rick Hutchison buys a whole bunch at once.
That's a name I really haven't heard in a long time. As active as he was back in the early days.
Yeah, he was a staple in the community. I think is the
Yeah,
correct
he was
term.
on every show that came out.
He's doing a lot of laser work now, but he's
is he?
still out there. Yeah.
Yep.
He put posts up pretty much every day now.
Oh, no
that's
kidding.
what he's doing.
Yeah, he's and I always gave him crap about it. Told him he was one of the few people on earth that had too much money. He's got literally
He's got umpteen saws.
hundreds of tools, hundreds of scroll saws. I'm like, wow. And I'm trying to get him to adopt me, but I just gave up. I don't think he's ever going to. He also sells booklets of Victorian style patterns.
Yep.
Yeah.
Scrollsaw.com.
Scroll saws, I think.
I can't
Plural.
remember what it is.
Just give me 1 sec. I got it up here anyway.
Dang, I can't remember it either.
I think it's either scroll saw or scroll saws. Plural.
Might as well give him a plug.
Yeah, it tells you how long he's been around because that's the first. That's one of the perfect. What do we call it? Who has scrollsawpatterns.com? I used to know that.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be the ideal. What do we call it?
Robin said happy anniversary for tomorrow, John.
Thanks, everybody.
Can you spank people for their anniversary?
Dave Porter Woodward says, I need a scroll saw.
Yes, sir, you do.
Why
I
don't you
can
just
spank
go
you.
ahead and put together that CNC machine you got, Dave?
It's not coming up. That doesn't make sense. Okay, there it is. Scroll saws. Wait, what the? I gotta reload this. Scrollsaws.com.
Okay, so
Wow.
it's plural. Yeah, he has for lack of a better word, Victorian style. He has whole books of patterns, different themes, shelves, crosses, boxes, all kinds of stuff. If I ever won the lottery, I'd probably own every pattern he sells.
Me too, Charles. I say the same thing about you.
What have I got?
Cost me a fortune to get the other parts that I don't have.
Yeah.
Make you a
Maybe
happy man.
maybe he'll be nice and give it to you for your birthday, Russ.
Shit. That's already passed, and I didn't get it.
Herb, you're breaking up over there. I couldn't quite make out.
What?
He almost made me get rid of my drink, man.
Well, that would have been a sweet karma.
I've been close on occasion.
Yeah, I missed my chance the other night.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
And it's funny too if we ever have a first time viewer kind of thing, and one of y'all makes that weird squawk. It's like, what the hell's wrong with that guy?
I'm mental. Because, you know.
Yeah. But on this panel, mental is a compliment. It's kind of a requirement. Now on Facebook Lives, from my business page, that'll probably be without a panel because I don't know if I can figure out a panel for Facebook. But plus, since it's my business page, I got to appear like I know what I'm doing and totally organized and stuff. But I'm not going to stop YouTube Lives. Yeah, that's saying. Yeah.
You'll get it figured out.
Hopefully. But I would not be where I am without the viewers and without these panel fellers and ladies occasionally, or lady fellers. You know, there's certain things we may not know. I will say John is probably the only live streamer that has worn pig ears and a pigtail and a pig nose.
Yeah, but he hadn't turned the cartwheel.
Yeah. I've done a cartwheel, dyed my hair blue, and that's where I'll stop.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you. I'm still in therapy over that one.
Yeah. I'm still questioning my life decisions sometimes. I think I dyed it red once with little lights in it, just saying. Christmas spirit and all.
See, you made me lose all my hair over that one. I had to find me a place where I can get me a toupee.
You want some of my hair?
I already tried
Oh,
that.
you mean you'll cut it for me?
No, that's a trap. I already tried it. He didn't want to give me none. I do have
See,
one
I'm
of those.
special needs.
I do have one of those caps that has a built-in ponytail on it, but it looks weird with a shaved head. John's got that pose going with the fingers up against his temple, and
He's Googling.
all he has to do is raise that eyebrow, and it's almost a carbon copy without the cap. There it goes.
Without the cap and the beard.
It is a lovely Sunday night. We got 3 Texans here. John's got Grand Prairie, Alberta.
Yeah, I know on John's show, yesterday, the Skolapalooza?
Yeah.
At the end, I left because I had to leave, and I come back in the chat, and I heard John say, yeah, we got rid of all the Texans.
John,
Not left but Canadians.
John, I figured out why I disappeared. The odds were against it, but my tape measure, I heard it fall off, and apparently it landed right on the power switch, or power surge protector strip. It landed right on the switch, and I couldn't figure out why everything went dark.
Wow.
So yeah, it wasn't a panic attack or anything. Barb says she grew up in Fairview, Alberta. Telling John that.
Fairview, it's 45 minutes away.
It's like, oh my God, I dated your sister.
Mm.
That's 45 minutes north. I go there all the time.
Nice. They're neighbors, or were. How far is Saskatchewan from Grand Prairie?
It's the next province over. So from where I am, I got to go down to Edmonton, down to 16, Yellowhead to Yorkton. So you're looking at probably 5, 8, 10, 11 hours to the border.
That's way too far to stalk somebody. You're safe, Barb. Steve C says, "Okay, folks, it's bedtime. I'll see y'all later. Good night, everybody. Thank you for being here,
All right,
Mr.
Steve. See you later, buddy.
Good night, Steve.
Not that I know anything about stalking. I was just letting you know you're safe, Barb.
That's almost as far as it is across the state of Texas.
Absolutely.
Okay, Steve. Take care. See you tomorrow. Oh, wait a minute. I'm only in Hangouts for days in with Y.
I feel bad for not sending Steve a link. I just assumed he goes to bed pretty early, and I started out without a panel anyway. But
Yeah, he goes to bed at 9 o'clock.
yeah, that's why I. Yeah,
Yeah, I asked him if he wanted to come over here with us. He said, no, he's getting ready to go.
He's one of those poor fellas that still has to work. Can't retire yet. Too young.
Russ is retired. I'm retarded. Charles is mental.
love you too. I I read somewhere that they're trying to raise the retirement age to 67.
They already have.
They have.
It's a
Yep.
graduated retirement. Those are born a certain year. My full retirement age was 66 and 4 months. But I took early retirement at 62.
I can't.
So I lost a little bit of money, but it was worth it to me.
Yeah. I'm used to the no money part, so I might as well retire. Come on now.
Well, you pretty well are.
Well, yeah, involuntarily.
Involuntarily, yeah.
That's my case. I didn't
Hey,
want to
Herb.
quit.
Herb, I got a question for you.
I may have an answer.
When you send stuff overseas, you have to put England, comma GB.
How long
Like-
I had to dig out that piece of paper?
See, I got what you said in front of me, but it just says England.
Well, if she sent it to you the way it's supposed to be, that's the way it is.
Okay.
You about ready
Because
to
I
send a
asked the same
keychain off?
question.
Yeah, so it's finished, and I'm actually mailing it tomorrow.
What?
First time
Yeah.
on. I'll tell you what, I'm still looking for that first Maker's Rock album you did. I haven't seen it yet.
I still haven't put it up rock. I still haven't put it up yet.
David Jones, Portal Woodwork said, I retired at 51, got bored, and went back to work. I miss being able to work a normal job.
I'll tell you what, I miss the job. I miss the people I was working with, but I don't miss doing it for a living.
Yeah.
You know, I missed the job. I enjoyed it. Like
Well, I
people
miss the
working with,
dependable
working for.
income. I mean, people think, man, I'd love to stay home and get paid for it. For disability, I'm only getting $7.11 a month, and that's better than zero. But holy monkey, my
Yeah.
bills are $7.50 something.
I'll tell you what, I have not got bored yet. I'll tell you that.
By the way, for anybody that cares, for the frame fund, we are lacking 110 in order to get a frame for the second piece here. We got a $5 donation the other night. Much highly appreciated.
Oh, I will work on that for you right now.
Much obliged, much obliged. Now, some people will do super chats, which is awesome and fine and appreciated. But if you're doing it for the frame, it takes a while to get to the person who gets it because it has to do with your YouTube payment, which doesn't send out until it breaks the honey. And thank you,
Okay,
Russ.
John, to answer your question, the way she wrote it's the way you send it.
Okay.
So if anybody's so inclined to help, there's donate buttons on virtually every page of woodenvisions.com. Not a requirement, but definitely appreciate it.
How much you need?
110.
Oh, okay. Thought that's what you said.
Yup. Luckily, I had enough to get one, but not quite enough for two.
Portal Woodwork says, I quit last September. Too much politics working for the government.
Absolutely.
Man, I tell them, hey, y'all hired me. I'll work circles around y'all.
Hello.
You
I
going
figured I'd get
left?
it.
Taking them left circles?
That's right. I was wondering if I was going to get a giggle out of one of you fellers.
I heard it. I got tickled.
What did I miss?
Me walking circles around people.
Oh,
He still don't get it. Hear my dog crying. She wants me to do something for her.
Trying some gumbo. No, she smells that fried chicken you had.
What? Russ's dog wants food. Unheard of.
Always.
well, in her defense, it's usually only when he's eating that she wants food. I only have kibbles and bits. Let me have what you're having.
He definitely wants mine instead of hers. That's for sure. Hey, Mr. Scrollsaw is back. How are you?
Hello,
He says.
Scrollsaw.
There you is. They said I had 5 state jurisdictions always on the road. Yeah, that'd get crazy.
Herb, if you hadn't insisted on all this grass, we would have been done by now, I think.
Well, if you did it on a computer, I got a brush for all that grass.
Oh, I forgot to say hey to Mr. David Jones. Hey, Dave. How's it going, buddy?
It was his birthday yesterday, John. Right along with Herbie.
Oh, you know what I found out? I found out it was Dennis's birthday yesterday too. Next door.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
Oh,
you say the only dentist I know is Wooden.
they'll put that on.
No, Dennis the Menace next door. It was his birthday.
Oh, he had surgery yesterday too.
Really?
Need to check up on him tomorrow.
Righty then.
You sound like Ringo.
I'm sorry.
Hey, boys, can we play one of my songs? No, Ringo.
That was a heck of an impression there, buddy.
And the chat's awful quiet now.
Yeah, if y'all like what you're saying, I hope you'll consider subscribing and hitting that thumb up.
And ring at the bell.
And click on the word all. And down in the description of this video, you'll see a link to my business page. I'm trying to grow that too. See if I can do that right.
Hey, buddy.
Which buddy?
You.
Yes, sir.
I just
didn't do
took care of your frame needs.
You paid it all off?
I did.
I love you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a big hand for Russ Meadows. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Russ.
it's going to cost you. He wants the other half of that vault tonight.
Yeah.
Crap. Well, be looking for stolenvisions.com.
I'll give you the number of the first combination.
Thank you so much, Russ. I don't have the words. Thank you, sir.
It's all right, buddy. It's worth it to me.
Diddly do. There's going to be some fine writing somewhere. He's going to say, now, if you had looked closely.
You didn't read the contract.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, so I don't need that ticker anymore. Sweet.
Thank God we don't have to see that thing again.
Yeah. Well, I can bring it back up if you want me to.
No. I'll go ahead and cancel my little soiree I just gave you.
What? I ain't. You're breaking up. Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Well, while you're in a given mood, I have about $15,000 in debt I could Never mind. I don't want to push it. Come on now. All right, we're gonna.
That wasn't funny, Charles.
It was too. John, weren't you busy?
Look at that. I got a complete package to send off to the UK now.
Yay!
Wow, that's a year behind, but it's okay.
Yeah,
It's there.
It's not there yet, but by God, it's packaged up.
Yeah, but you know what? Oh, so I was looking it up. So it was June 15th. I actually finished cutting these out last year.
Wow. Wow.
And she finished hers in October. I still haven't gotten them yet. And I'm pretty sure out of everybody that was in the keychain exchange that these are the first two that are actually being sent out.
Wow.
I'm curious as to how much customs and stuff y'all gonna have to pay to get each other's gifts.
I don't know. I'm not worried
Who
about
did
it.
the keychain exchange? I don't remember this.
I'm just curious as to how much it would be from country to country.
Did I know about the keychain exchange?
It was everybody who was in Shaylee's group, Scroll Sawing Newbies to Pros.
Oh. I guess I never got around to signing up for that. Then again, who wants a 3 foot by 2 foot keychain?
And I think there was 20 people involved in it, so it was like 10 sets of
10
stuff
sets,
that
yeah.
could be exchanged.
Wow. Well, that's cool. I'd have to try real hard to do a little bit of keychain. Well, y'all saw that that Texas thing, didn't you? The LOVE, except the O was a Texas. That could be a
Yeah,
keychain.
that's fine. That's fine.
Dang it! I'm sorry, whoever didn't get that because I didn't sign up. But I probably would have done that out of a thin solid wood instead of half-inch thick pine.
Russ,
But you
I'll
know-
look tomorrow and see what it costs me to send that gross of blades over yonder.
Okay.
Well, I'll
It goes by the amount of the value of it, don't it?
no, it goes by weight,
Oh, by weight. Okay.
weight
Yeah.
and size.
Yeah, the weight and size.
But look on the bright side, John. You won't get held up in Chicago.
Yeah.
I
My box.
I ordered them here. I got them in 2 days. I shipped them out the next day after we got them. 2 months
Dang,
because they
I
got
can't
lost
believe it.
in Chicago.
You know, that's the same thing as happening to my wife with her business. She's had here recently several orders that have been sent from her Etsy page to locations in this country, and it's taken weeks upon weeks to get there. It goes from one location to another, all the way across the country, several times before it gets to where it's going. I tell them, I said, that's unbelievable.
I send a 1 foot tall cross to Australia. It cost me $40.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sent a package down to Ohio a couple years ago, probably 7 years ago. No, more than that, 9 years ago. I think it cost me $60 in shipping.
Wow.
Oh,
It's almost
was,
not worth it, you know?
It was 18
It's
by
not.
24, 18 by 24 by 2 inches thick.
Herb, I
Yeah, it
missed
was
the
like-
pilot hole.
That's 5.
I can't remember how much it cost me to send that T-shirt to you them many years ago, but I can't imagine how much it cost you to receive it.
The fact that it costs them to receive it is what sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they making money hand over hand.
Yet they constantly raising prices. Go figures.
Did you already drill them other ones you missed?
Yes, sir.
There's
Well, let's
one
see.
under that antler.
I can give you an approximate how big this is going to be.
Dang it. I'll just come across it, Herb. You can say, that's what I was talking about.
That's what I told you about the other one.
Now I'm scanning it with my eyes trying to find it. Googly moogly. I just broke a piece of grass. Dag blabbit. No, I just
Glue
didn't.
it, buddy. Put
Yes,
some
sir.
sawdust in it and glue it.
No,
I
I
got a
just,
brush for that.
I just bent. I just bent it. I didn't break it.
Hey, and I'm fixing to download some more
Oh
tomorrow.
my God.
Nothing wrong with you, Cletus.
You're going to end up with another 1,000.
No, I'll have well over 500.
What are the purpose of these brushes?
Instead of me drawing, I can just stamp them.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Do you know how long it took you to draw all the grass?
Yeah.
Pow, 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 pow. Done.
Well, good lordy.
Now, there's a lot easier way to do it.
See, I got to take so much where I can't draw it.
They say work smarter, not harder. I always choose the hard way first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it only took me 2 years to learn the program.
I think it would take me about 20.
I know a fella in England that'll teach you. He'll show you how to mess it up and show you how to fix it.
Trying to teach me something is a full-time job. And that's not me dogging myself. It's God's honest truth. That's Steve Nealon.
That's the third time I've heard that this month.
Well, I'll keep repeating it. Are you implying that I repeat myself? What?
And it's only the third day.
My friends are right there to point it out.
Your brother told me. I've heard it from you. I've heard it from. Wait a minute. I've heard it more than 3 times.
Well, my God, you're not going to forget, are you?
I'll forget it tomorrow.
I'll remind you.
That's why it took me 2 years to learn. It says you have 8 people watching. If you got any comments, questions, or inquiries, please leave them in the chat. If we don't know the answer, we'll have somebody in the chat that might. If not, we'll find somebody to Google it. And we appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Hype.
And this message was brought to you by Herb Scrolling Station.
HerbHooper.com.
.com.
I'm insulted that Wes Balco has not introduced us to his fiance yet.
Do you blame him?
No, now that I think about it. Never mind.
It's going to cost me approximately $25 to send this to over to her.
Googling.
Yeah.
I think
Rise. John
I
needs
think
25.
that's just about what it cost me.
I spent all my money, Charles.
Got me on that one.
That's 25 Canadian. That's not 25 American.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay,
25
so that's like
Canadian, so
35 cents.
It's like $6 American.
Maybe a little more than that.
I like how John just plays along.
I can tell you what it is.
But their money is plastic.
Oh my God.
Monopoly money.
It is.
Colored. Yeah, it's colored.
Yep.
Where did I see that the other day? I said, yep, John's right. Looks like Monopoly money.
Yeah, that's when I showed it to you.
No, I've seen another picture besides what you showed me.
Yeah.
I knew it was Canadian money right off the bat.
Okay, so 25 Canadian is like 1950 American.
That's about where I had it pegged. I was figuring 18, somewhere in that
That's
area.
still a good chunk of money to mail.
Yeah.
But
I'm
it's
almost
price-
saying I was thinking it was $25.
It's priceless art, though.
There you
That's
go.
Christmas.
I have to put $1 million friggin' insurance rate on it.
Jeez. Come on, Charlie, find the hole.
I keep going all around it.
Hey, why'd the chat drop off? What's up with that?
Yeah,
People don't-
nobody's talking.
Barb must be
know.
scrolling now. She's still buying her blades.
Russ Meadows will give the $1 to the next person who chats.
I'll give you one of my.
I win.
I'll send one of my fake. I'll send one of my fake Canadian bills off to you.
I guess Charles gets the $1, huh?
I just made $111 one day. If I had been by myself over here and the chat died down like that, I probably would have ended the live stream. Not the
Because you
tantrum,
got
just
11 people watching now.
yep.
They're just not talking.
Which ain't a requirement, but
Nah.
it does make us feel loved or appreciated, tolerated, whatever the word may be.
Charles could scroll. How much could Charles scroll in the day?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Barb wants to know how many hours do you have on that elk?
I would say between 15 and 20 so far. Took me about 8 hours to trace it, about 6 to 7 hours to drill the pilot holes, and about 15 to 20 hours cutting. Yeah.
Holy moly. Are you over the 2,000 pattern mark yet?
Yeah, I've been over it for a while.
I'm a terrible friend. I don't keep up.
It's all good. I can relate to being a terrible friend. Trust me on this. Barb, it's mainly because I'm a stickler for detail. I hate myself during it, but after I'm done, there's such a sense of pride. Makes Russ want to give me money. But he'll look for them discounts. If you point out something you messed up, discount. Reduced rate, by God.
By God, we try to get him to spit up his drink on us so I can get a cheaper price.
I'm trying to remember the project y'all maybe do that on. I think it was one of the horse.
It was the barn and
Barn
the
and
horse
Riders.
and barn. Yeah.
Yeah, we've done it to you a couple of times.
Yeah. One time it was off the air and it landed all over the floor.
Yeah.
And y'all laughed so sweetly.
Yeah, it was
I'm
funny.
trying to get a breath.
No, we wouldn't do something like that, would we?
Yeah, you would. Just saying.
You got to admit, it's pretty good.
Yes, sir, it would.
But it wasn't as good as the one square.
Yeah. That was on John's show, wasn't it? No, it was on mine.
It was on yours.
Was it on yours? Yeah, it was on yours then.
Yeah, it was on yours, Charles.
We've had some laughs in what we're on live stream 304. 304 live streams. That's only one since I started numbering them.
Barb says, LOL. Now I'm scared because my hubby accuses me of being a perfectionist.
It's something artistic people have as a perfectionism thing.
Okay, Barb. So when you're doing your scroll sawing, just remember that the pattern is a guide. You don't have to stay exactly within all the lines and everything else. And if you miss spots, don't worry about it. Because when you peel that pattern off, nobody will know.
The only time it really matters, and I'm not trying to be funny, is on a custom portrait of somebody because, the shape of their eye, their smile, or, something like that, those are identifiable features. That's when you want to be careful about going off the line. But other than that, especially like with grass or detailing clothes or hair, doesn't always matter as much, in my opinion. It's not a bad habit to be in to stay on the line, but it's definitely not I think a lot of beginners feel like they're a failure if they don't stay on the line. I still go off the line sometimes because I'm going too fast or whatever.
Well, whenever we say when he goes off the line, it's just because it's rustic.
Rustic, exactly. Well, that's mainly going off the straight line.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was discovered on the I believe it was the covered bridge piece. It had that long, smooth flowing line, and it was rustic.
Them termites got a hold of it.
That, the Barn and Riders, and this will be the only pieces I have. And I think the big one on the line, the fishing one, I think are the ones I have frames for that I got Josh to make me. And I have yet to put them in frames because I just procrastinate. But this one, I'm looking forward to seeing it in a frame. Barb says, I've learned that with wood burning. What about staying on a line or patience? Or both, I guess. The problem I had when I tried wood burning is I pressed too hard and it would try to follow the grain instead of the line.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's easier to make a couple of passes on one line.
Yes, sir. I always sucked at watercolor too because I'd always use too much water. Because I was what, 3, 4, 5.
She said patience and imperfections.
Yeah.
Aren't you still that way with painting?
Well, depends on what I'm painting. Oh, okay. I see what you did there. You're talking about painting the shop. Okay. I'm definitely not a speed demon when I paint. Herb would have fired me a long time ago. Yeah,
You know he would.
I definitely took my time. If he fired his own wife, he's
He
gonna
fired
fire
his
me
own wife 3 times
in a day.
in a day.
Lord, love is.
Hey, love stopped the minute you got on the job site.
Yeah.
That's what I used to tell them people. Friendship stopped the minute you hit the job site.
Yeah.
Well, I've also heard horror stories about his Walmart trips, so I may have to zip tie him to his chair if I ever go meet him. Because if you go out in public, I'm afraid he's going to get us in a fight. Get her number and call her. You're in my way. Yes.
I was pretty good the last time she took me to Walmart. I behaved.
Can she vouch for that?
Yes, she can vouch.
You got to forgive me if I question you a little bit.
I didn't have nothing to say. Walmart was basically about empty.
I get people visiting, but I hate it when they visit right where I'm going. Make some room so people can get by you. Good Lord.
And I no longer can have an air horn.
Dang it.
Doug showed up. He said, "Are you still working on this?"
Yes, sir. Doug was here earlier.
He's going to be working
Doug.
on this for another year.
Hey.
At least 30 more lives.
I hope not. I'm making decent progress. I started on the grass on John's live, and I'm already over to here. Am I just fooling myself? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Blame it. Hello, Doug.
Doug. Okay, quit multitasking.
Is Jay still alive?
No, she's done.
I completely forgot about her live when I scheduled mine. I know it happens and nobody hates each other. I felt bad when I realized, oh no.
Well, I didn't think she was actually going to schedule one.
I think she scheduled it because she what's the word? She missized some stuff for the truck she was working on, so she had
Yeah,
to.
she measured once and cut twice.
Yeah, something like that. So she ordinarily doesn't do Sunday live streams, but because of that mistake, she scheduled one for today, and I forgot all about it. Doug says,
Go ahead.
No, you got to earn your paycheck. It's all good.
Doug says, I never shut off. I was talking with the wife after the shower. Figured I'd run over to another one of your lives.
Oh, thank you.
So you got the credit for his whole watch time, and he wasn't even there.
Word.
There you go, buddy.
So he was one of them 11 people that was here for so long. In hindsight, I don't know that I really needed that little piece of detail right there. I could have just cut that off. The only reason I have it is because the pattern is the pattern. But yeah, that looks out of place right there. Hello, Shaylee. We were just talking about you.
Hello,
Midnight,
Shay.
Hello, Shay.
MidnightScrollerCrafts.com just launched. Still being stuff added to it. Heard Steve Neal doing that. Y'all check that out. Check out Midnight Scroll Her on YouTube and Facebook. The live streams are on Facebook. The project videos are on YouTube. And she also does Seiko.com on YouTube. SEYCO. Now, Shay, now that you're here, Mark Lindsay and Russ were talking about how you had to have 10,000 followers on Facebook for any money, but is that different from videos? Because, I mean, I'm trying not to reveal too much because I don't want to be wrong, but Russ, back me up here.
Yeah, well, the first thing that was read was to be monetized, you have to have 10,000
Shay
followers.
said thanks.
You're welcome.
But what she's doing is not the same thing. She's not at that point. She's doing the Stars program, I think,
Or something
Yeah.
like that, yeah.
something like that. She said
Okay.
it's not the same thing as the 10,000 followers.
All right. Now, Shay, towards the end of your live stream last night, somebody told me that you were probably subtly trying to say no. I said, I don't think she saw it, but I asked 3 times if I could post a link to my business page on your live stream. And I figured if I ask again, I'm probably pushing too hard. So I didn't. But yeah, my business page is in the description of this video. I hope y'all consider linking up to it. If I remember right, it's Charles Deering Wooden Visions, all one word.
Your business page?
Yes, sir. On the Facebook.
Okie doke.
If you can't find it, go to my profile. It's spammed on there.
Shay said sorry, I didn't see that.
But all right.
Yeah, she was too busy working.
Yeah, I understood. I tried to time it around the time you were looking at comments, but between Jerry and 3 or 4 other people commenting, it kept moving out of view. And I knew you weren't being facetious. I just didn't want to keep asking because it was going to look rude if I kept pushing it. But in the future, is it okay if I'm in the audience if I mention it once or twice or 8 times?
No.
It's okay to tell me no. A lot of women do. Oh yeah, I said. What does that sound? Daly was actually on this panel. Was that your Stolapalooza or here? I think it was here. He was on the panel, I think the last live stream. And now for those that
Oh no, I've slept since then.
for those just joining, I got distracted by Shaylee's comment. I don't know. Oh, the sizing. I will be alternating between YouTube and Facebook doing live streams. So there are some live streams you won't see here that you'll see on Facebook. So you got to connect with me on both if you want to see them all. Just saying. Which is why the link to the business page is in the description of this video. I don't know why I started talking like that. Go ahead, Russ.
It turns out I found your page and looked like I'd already put a like on it.
Look at you. You're so sweet.
I'd already done it, so I can't do nothing else for you on there.
All right. Yeah, I had it a long time ago. I just changed the name of it because it was Pictures, Portraits, and More. Go ahead, Herb.
Ken McQuarrie's in the house. Just hey now.
Hello, Ken. Good to see you, sir.
Hello, Ken. Long time no see.
Hello.
Hey, Ken. Hey now. Hey now.
Hey now, hey now.
Ooh. Oh no,
Yeah.
my ears are bleeding.
Don't dream in slow mo.
Okay. And for those that don't know, I'm going to come out with a Charles Deering swimsuit calendar. If you want to start saving up your pennies, just stop me.
Is Russ gonna be on the outside cover?
He's not Charles Deering, dag blabbit.
No, I'm not. And I'm not going to be the centerfold either.
He's going to be on the back cover with eye bleach and a funnel. If you need therapy, go to this link. We're doing all right, Ken. Depends on who you ask. But God.
Hey, I woke up breathing this morning, so I guess it's a good day. It's always a good day when I wake up breathing.
That's a ripness.
Might not be full of
Blah, 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 blah. What?
Yeah, spit it out there.
I might not be functioning right when I first wake up. Yeah, fully.
I'm not even entirely sure I'm awake right now, by God.
You're awake.
I is.
You in the twilight zone, baby.
Got to mix that up with Guns N' Roses.
You in the
jungle, baby.
That's where I got that from.
Ken McCoy says, "Hey, I'm at the beach.
Oh my
I
God!
got a
Almost made me
mankini."
spit my drink. Glad I didn't drink it.
Yep, I've seen that man, Candy. It is pretty troubling. He's got a tattoo of me going scroll on right on her hind parts.
Ooh.
The only way he can
And
show it
that's
off
true
is with that man,
friendship.
Kenny. Yeah, it is. Russell's scheduled for tomorrow. John's already got one. I just didn't want to ruin the surprise.
What?
My tattoo of me going scroll on your hind parts.
Shay says, "I will make sure I promote people I see.
And guess where the
It's
fingers?
just the right time. I just don't want to be spammed."
Okay, then I'm glad I asked.
It-
Yeah, and
it
I
run-
mentioned that in the chat. I didn't want to do it without asking permission.
It runs right across the top end of my butt cheeks, and guess
Oh,
where the
you got
fingers?
your
Guess where the
tramp
fingers? Guess where the fingers pointing?
Oh,
Oh, blood. I'm sorry, folks.
Ken says, "LOL." Now Doug says, "I can't unsee that, Ken."
Thank you for telling me that, Shay. That's why I didn't assume when I was asking, because I didn't want to overstep. All right. Boy, she just put me in my place, didn't she? I'm kidding. Being polite about it.
Is that where he's on top of the roof holding for dear life, John?
No.
That's how me and Alex Fox got to talking. I mean, we're friends now, but back when I first started my page, that I'm leading y'all to, he posted links to all his stuff on my page and said, that's like going to McDonald's and advertising Burger King. I mean, you're on my business page doing that. I don't mind people putting links in groups and stuff, but good Lord.
Good Lord.
Good Lord.
I'm just mute. I'll stay muted. I'll watch it later when I get over there in the chair.
Well, I'm very glad I didn't assume and post my link in there. That would have sucked. Y'all check out MidnightScrollHeartCrafts.com. It is growing. Oh, I was talking about the website. What are
Reading
you
the
doing,
chat.
John?
I'm reading the chat.
Is it on your forehead?
I'm getting old. No, I'm not.
Oh.
I'm reading the chat. It's getting old. My eyes are starting to go.
Here.
I'm up to go. Oh, see. I could do this, but then everybody can't see me.
Well, that's kind of a plus win-win, you know?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ah.
That's inaccurate advertising.
I'm going to get my wings tomorrow.
yeah, he got his halo on.
He's going to have his pig nose. He usually has that right next to him. That's what he's looking for right now.
What? That's up top.
Oh, he had his pig ears on and his pig tail on.
That means I got to stand up.
Hey, I just had an idea.
I can stand up right
Hey,
now.
your light bulb went on over your head.
I know,
And
I just had that idea.
Yeah.
Lord help me.
I had the same one.
It's better to be a smart feller than a.
Yep. And for those that don't know, I will occasionally have a panel and I occasionally will not. This one started out without a panel.
I have too many props over here in front of me.
Now they understand I'm trying to grow a business and everything, so there will be times I do not have a panel. That's not a reflection of anything other than me trying to keep it on track. Because even I go off track when I have a panel. Go ahead, John.
We can keep you on track, Charles. That's not a problem. It's just your shows have never really gone off track as much as mine have.
Oh,
that's
agree.
for sure.
I agree 100%. But I tend to play into it when I have a panel because I'm spending so much time trying to be funny rather than a serious, mature businessman. That's
Well, Shay said, I didn't mean it badly. I will just have Steve post it when I mention it.
I know you didn't mean it badly, Shay. I was just giving you hell, and I'm so glad I asked rather than assuming. Anyway, so we're there, and we got 10 people watching. Y'all make sure you check out everybody you see out in the chat. See if they got a channel. Check it out, and if you like what you see, go on with it.
Yeah, Shay should be like, oh, look, there's Shady Morehouse from MidnightScroller.com, inspired by Shady.com, and then you have Steve put the link up there, and then Charles Deering from WoodenVisions.com, put the link up. Oh, it's John C from WoodIfICould.com, put the link up.
Yeah, do your whole live stream posting links. Come on now. Just what about our needs?
The girl would never get any work done posting links.
Mama needs new shoes. I think she sleeps maybe 2 or 3 hours.
I thought that was only me.
I sleep good. I just don't sleep when I'm supposed to because my meds make it impossible.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I take a 2-hour nap.
That's the worst Arabic accent I could come up with.
Yes, sir. I didn't want to be that guy because
That's all right. I'm not the one, but I tried.
You made a sweet gesture, and I didn't want to chunk you under the bus. Far be it from me to throw you under the bus.
My God.
Not
One more
once,
joke
anyway.
about frosting, and I'm taking my donation back.
Oh, Lord, I better hurry up and pay Josh.
See, and like that old saying, like Einstein only slept 3 hours a year is a lie. He actually got 10 and a half hours of sleep a day.
Who did that?
Einstein.
Oh. I have some day. Well, I'm trying not to go too much into it. I have something called panic disorder for those that don't know. And if I ever have a bad panic attack and I got to take meds, as a get it over with kind of deal, it'll knock me on my butt for 3 days. I mean, I'll be lucky if I'm not asleep for 12, 13 hours. Because it has to work its way out of my system. I mean, it's a godsend during a panic attack. If you're sitting still, you can feel it, a wave of calmness come over your body. So it's a beautiful thing. But I take it as needed. I don't take it on a schedule because I don't want to get addicted to it.
I always take a sleep 12 or 13 hours at a time.
It's rare that I do. Sometimes I don't even realize how tired I am. Go ahead, John.
I have heard though that like if you take up to 20-minute power naps before your REM sleep starts to kick in, you can do like you can go for like 6 hours, take a 20-minute nap, go for another 6 hours, 20-minute nap, 6 hours, 20-minute nap. You can do that for the rest of your life.
I've heard that, but I can't practice it. We have Chris Nealon said, hello, Chris Nealon. Says, keepers, creepers, and hello, and you're not finished with this simple little project. Not quite. We're getting there. Thank you for being here, Chris Nealon. Barb says, hey, thanks to everyone's answers. Really appreciate them. Got to go. I'm back to work for the summer on April 11th. Congratulations, unless that's a bad thing. Hopefully I can get time to watch again before fall. Really appreciate all of you. Thank you, Barb.
Yeah,
thank you very
Barb,
much.
no problem.
Have a good night.
If there's any more questions or comments, whatever, feel free to message any of us on the panel. We'll be sure and answer them for you.
Yeah, all of us are on Facebook. And John does live streams as well, by the way. Would, if I could. WOOD. He does them on YouTube, and I don't know if he does them on Facebook or not. John, would you like to answer?
Yes, I'm back on. I'm back on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch, doing my lives. And most of the time when I do them, I'll be working on a project, but there's a lot of Q&A as well. and I'll actually stop my project. And if you have specific questions or whatever, I'll actually stop and show you on video the way I do the way you can do things as well.
Yeah, yeah, he's better at it than I am, and I'm not sucking up. He knows more than I do. Appreciate you being here, Barb. B.
Now, Barb, I'm gonna send you a friend request, unless I'm already friends with you on Facebook.
Yeah, Barb, if you don't mind, can you send me one on Facebook unless you don't want to be associated with me? Little joke there. D. Charles Daring on Facebook, if you're so inclined.
Hello, Steve. Hernell Media has just joined our
Ladies and
sponsor.
gentlemen, mine, John's, and Herb's sponsor, HernellMedia.com.
Shay.
And Shay. Well, I meant as far as who was on the panel here. Russ eventually. Or is he already a sponsor?
Nope.
Okay, I didn't want to leave you out intentionally.
Nope. Have no website.
All right. Merv says definitely. Now, when Russ is the next big thing, by God, he will have a Harnell Media website most likely.
Already
Good to see you,
done said.
Mr. HarnellMedia.com. Very affordable website, very good communicator, long hours, and very patient. Trust me, trying to teach me, and I'm not dogging myself. I'm doing it again, Herb. Trying to teach me something, you got to have patience, and apparently he does. He might be in therapy because of me, but by God, he's had to walk me through many a thing. Anywho, there we are. Yep. By the way, for those that don't know, John has graciously taken over Russ's moniker of eye candy. Russ is now ear candy.
I pass it on down the line, but
Yep.
Dear Lord, I think I'm fixing
I
our
took my crown and gave it to him.
John is voguing, and Herb is the producer. I don't know what kind of candy Herb is, but he's a producer. And he's a bossy son of a ding ding. Or a demanding? Is that the word I'm looking for?
Who, me?
Yes, sir.
I don't know. What was the question?
It's
What
a
kind of
boss,
candy
all right.
are
They
you?
were listening.
I'm butterscotch.
All right. That's his stage name. Ladies and gentlemen, Butterscotch. that gave me a very bad visual. I bleed
Herb,
for
you get
everyone.
off that pole. Huh.
Yeah.
Steve says lemon chops. He is a little sour at times.
Okay, I can't resist Steve Neal. And what kind of candy am I? Or should I? I'm gonna regret asking, but I want to know what he comes up with.
Yeah, I think you're going to regret it.
Yeah.
Sour punch.
No, he's already used sour. Chris Nealon says Herb is a jawbreaker, Russ is a peep, John is a Cadbury egg.
Oh heck, he got the best one. Come on now. I'm the one with Penelope. I should have been the Cadbury egg.
Did you see where
I got
Josh
I got a
Grover
creamy
tagged me and
feeling.
you, Russ?
Yeah, I did. I said you better be able to see it now.
Yep, go ahead, John. What were you
I
saying?
got a creamy filling.
Holy monkey.
No, it's look,
This,
it's right there, creamy filling.
this is why occasionally I will not have a panel. Charles
Chris
is a
says
jelly
Charles
bean.
is jelly bean.
Lord. Doug says red hot jelly bean. I'm going to try to take that as a compliment, but they have some weird flavored jelly beans out there. I'm scared to death of what Steve Nealing comes up with.
Oh, Lord. A lemon drop.
Lemon drop butterscotch. I think I'm going to cry. It's all right. John will hold you.
No, he scares
Frank.
Drink.
I'm out. Oh.
2 hours, 30 minutes, and 11 seconds before I broke the plate.
All gone.
Steve Nealon is probably Googling the world's worst candy before he labels me.
Thrills candy or Thrills gum. I think that's just a Canadian thing, though.
I'm a jelly bean. What the heck, man?
It, if you look up Thrills gum, it states right back. It still tastes like soap.
Oh my God.
Worst tasting gum ever. I'm telling you.
Oh, I love this stuff. Ken McCrory. So you were saying Batman is a marshmallow? I don't get it. Chris Nealon says, "Would you rather be a squirrel nut?"
Oh, that'd be Russ.
No, that wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. God dang it. And that was when the live show got canceled.
That's time for another discussion, though.
I don't get the Batman marshmallow. Apparently, Steve Nealon says Charles is the durian fruit of the world. I don't know anything about what is durian fruit.
Oh, no.
Durian fruit.
I have heard that term before.
It's the most foul smelling fruit. It smells like a cross between rotten fish and dying fish and rotten eggs. It's the most foul smelling fruit there is. It tastes really, really good. It's a delicacy.
Yeah.
Can't get past the smell.
Yeah, you can't get past the smell though.
Okay, for starters, I am not a fruit. Okay.
If you get past the smell, then you really got it licked.
I love you too, Steve Nealon. Y'all help me think of what kind of candy Steve Nealon is.
I ain't going there.
He's like 7-Up.
Hey, now, wait a minute. He takes care of your website. You better watch it.
Smells like death. Tastes like what comes out after. Oh, Lord Jesus.
This is where I jump ship.
A rat's leaving a sinking ship, huh?
That's right.
For Steve Nealon to say LMAO, that he knows it's funny.
Yep.
I don't want to be stolen visions.
No, that's Russ's thing.
All right, boys. I'd like to hang out. I'd like to hang out longer with you guys, but I gotta go inside and spend some time with Carrie.
All right, the anniversary ain't till tomorrow, but I'm kidding. I appreciate you being here. You just warming up. I get it. Thank you for being here, John. Y'all check out Wood If I Could, WOOD, on YouTube and the Facebook and the Twitch and the Instagram.
Cool. See you later this week, John.
Right now, too. All right, I'll talk to you guys all later.
All right,
Charles,
be good.
You got to read Chris
Good night, John.
Message.
I better proofread it first.
It's all right.
Oh.
I proofread it. Read it.
Okay, Chris Nealon. Thank you, John.
Comment.
Chris Nealon says, my wife sent me a text while I was in church today asking me if I knew what a bathroom fan was for. I was no longer her favorite person. My wife actually has no sense of smell. Since birth, has no sense of smell. That might be why we're still married. And that goes right in with what Steve Nealon was saying.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Chris. Well, alrighty, yeah.
How many people we got watching?
We have 13
What,
people
13?
watching.
All right.
Maturity is not required, but a sense of humor is, and I think most people know that, and I appreciate it. If you're watching for the first time, hope you'll consider subscribing. Click that bell, click on the word all, and there are going to be times where I only do live streams on my business page on Facebook, and that is in the description of this video. It's Charles Deering Wooden Visions, all one word, on Facebook, his business page. I'm going to alternate between YouTube and Facebook so that I don't abandon my subscribers and viewers on YouTube. I will sometimes have a panel. I will sometimes not. All right, then.
Over to you with the traffic, Russ.
Do what?
I said over to you with the traffic.
Oh, if I could only think of a Stevens Pruitt skit for that.
Right now we have a big major pile up on I-10 that's connected to 45.
Now, who's doing the sports?
You?
Hey, sports.
Oh, they
Charles
lost.
made the field goal.
I did a cartwheel once. And now to the weather with
Or
her.
no, that
Keep
I was
keep
saving that for gymnastics.
keep scrolling, buddy. Keep scrolling.
Yes, sir.
We're running out of time.
Fine. I guess if I had to take the blade out of the plant before I could move it,
That would help.
figured that out all by myself. I love this.
Oh,
I like it when we have active questions out in the chat.
Oh yeah.
It allows us to prove we have it in us to help. If we get one more person in the community to scroll, by God, we have done our job. I should be sponsored by a therapist, though.
I'll arrange that this week.
All right. It's the least I could do. Offer viewers a place to get therapy. Or Durian Brute.
Uh-oh. Wife just showed back up, folks. I may have to go pretty soon.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, don't leave me here by myself. I'm scared. Oh, don't do that. 5 more minutes? Stay. Please stay.
Russ looks worried. He got that side eye going on.
She's getting good walking up behind him without him knowing it. That's all right. I'll let you know the minute she hits you. Hot dog.
I think he'll figure it out.
Ken McCrory's calling tonight as well.
Somebody started a rumor. Thank you for being here, Ken. I
Okay,
appreciate
Kim, take care.
Good night, Ken.
Appreciate you.
You come back now. You hear?
We
Very
need to
business
set a
hours.
spell.
Yeah.
Oh no. 10 o'clock. Almost.
When are you supposed to check your sugar stuff? 10 o'clock?
I've changed it to 11
Oh. What for?
because I get better readings.
Chris
Jen
Nealon said
said,
he thought his son was snoring, but it turns out it's his wife. Dog,
No.
not son.
Duck.
Wow. Well, what kind of spelling is that?
It was sod.
You hitting that hooch a little bit, buddy?
that's why I was looking at it before I was going to read it.
I thought son, but now it says dog.
Why
I
is
don't
the
get
grass
that at all.
snoring?
I think it was just a simple typo.
Charles is the only one good at reading Taiwanese.
Usually. I wouldn't have known what he meant, though, because sod is nowhere near dog. Chris Nealon says, I wish, gave up drinking for Lent. That's like me giving up Dr. Pepper. This ain't gonna happen.
I gave up coffee
About 5 minutes.
when I'm sleeping. Oh no!
Russ, I got a song for you.
my room.
Beach
And
Boys.
that's in my room.
Beach Boys.
Yeah. And then the Muppets.
Yeah, Chris Nealon says he wishes he was drinking. He said gave up drinking for Lent.
Yeah, I read that while you was interacting with your wife.
Oh, you did?
But we appreciate you.
All right then. Being as I read it, I get paid for it, right?
Yes, sir.
All right
Eventually.
then.
What?
You're having a nightmare, Herb.
Wish this nightmare would stop.
I'll go offline eventually. Russ, you're muted. If you're trying to talk. Okay. I got a very long piece of grass right here. Good lordy. That killed 10 ordinary men. Let me see if that's in the source photo. It's got to be for it to be that long. It's right there. I tell you what. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but it's a long piece of grass going.
Yeah, it is. We see it.
Oh,
That's
you know
just
you
wild
don't.
hair.
That's just a wild hair. Cut it off. Don't worry about it.
It's a wild grass, by God. All right.
Rustic.
Yeah.
Make a design change on the fly. Go ahead.
No. I fear change.
You noticed that.
All right, you got to be straight on that line now.
No, it's a curved piece of grass, so we're safe. As long as there's no zigzags in it. If there's a zigzag, I got to create a new stalk
Right.
of grass going off of it. But
Nah, just start all over.
first time I take a drink while my panel stays completely silent.
Okay, I'll promise I won't do it.
I think they were biting a hole through their tongues trying to stop themselves.
My God,
thought-
you went faster than I thought you would. I was getting ready.
I was about to say I know for sure they wanted to. Herb held back, and I appreciate that. Russ just wasn't fast enough.
I'm trying to time it, man.
He caught me multitasking what you done.
So I'll apologize in advance if anybody loses their eardrums because of Russ and or Herb. They like to make me choke on my drink, and they'll make this god awful sound like that, but much louder if you're Russ.
Scares the crap out of my wife when I do it.
Then she looked at you. What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
He said that the first time he did it. That cracked me all to heck.
Him asks me that all the time. What the heck is wrong with you?
I wish I had that on a loop. What's wrong with you? Because it was so random to her.
Yeah, see, it's right out of the blue. See, she don't hear this. Only hears my side of the conversation. She can't hear y'all.
Did you ever explain to her why you did that out of the blue?
I don't know. Can't remember. I probably told her I'm trying to get you to spit up, but
Spit up like I'm a little baby.
yeah.
I would sing my other one, but I don't want to be here alone.
Well, we got 12 people watching, but a somewhat dead chat, but I appreciate everybody taking the time to be here.
I know which one you were saying about there, Herbie.
Did I miss something?
I walking in the midnight.
That ain't the one I was thinking of.
Oh, must have been diggy, diggy, diggy.
Yeah. Chris Nina says it's 11 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
Right here in
In a safe place.
this live show.
It's only 10 o'clock here.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I need a shot. I was gonna wait till 11, but I'm gonna get that. Oh.
It's always good to have a decent amount of views like we got on a Sunday night, by God. Friday night was pretty darn dead for a while. Guess everybody was out partying.
Oh no! Look, Herb's Comedy Hour is gonna come on.
What?
10 hours of continuous diggy 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 diggy.
Well, Russ, it's been nice knowing you.
I'm sorry, Russ. I had to do that.
There are channels out there that have something that's on a 10-hour loop or more.
Yeah.
I know somebody sent me one night. What? I ain't watching this.
One of them was like a rainbow cat or something like that.
That's what.
I think somebody has a 10-hour or more baby shark.
Oh my God.
I'd rather listen to 10 hours.
I'd rather do a 10-hour live stream. Not.
For free. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop Pop? Let's check. 1, 2, 3.
2.
No, he bites it on the third one.
Yeah. The third one's not a lick. It don't count.
Well, he can go diggy diggy.
Good lordy.
And that's when I said good night, folks.
I appreciate you being here, Russ, and I'll say I understand.
I ain't left yet.
Oh,
I
all
was
right.
joking.
Okay.
But he keeps on singing. That's probably going to be it.
Like I said, good seeing you. I know, Abe. We've all had many a good song in Russ's expense. I guess our song enjoyment is more diverse than Russ's, or more unique. More unique, anyway. I never got the thrill of the Diggy Diggy song at all. And stuff.
I don't even remember how it started now.
Probably States and Nick.
I think you're right.
Herb was gracious enough to send it to me so it could be stuck in my head for at least 2-3 days.
Chris said, "Be right back."
Alrighty, I'll be left.
I gotta go say hello to Robin.
Oh, she live too?
I don't know. Haven't been on. Yep.
All right.
I wonder who her mystery panel guest is.
Does she have one?
Well, we always know who's on her panel.
I honestly, not always. I don't think. Hell, I don't know. I'm terrible at keeping up with people.
Well, I'll make sure if I go live, you're there.
I don't always have my finger this close to the blade, which isn't dangerous, but it's because after I did that long piece of grass, this area is kind of brittle and vibrating a lot, so I just want to reduce chances of breakage. Looks like Russ fell asleep. Just kidding.
He's getting his orders.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. And I'll say again, if you're just joining us, look down in the description for my business page on Facebook, because there will be times I do live streams from there and not here, so I can grow my audience. And there'll be times I do live streams here and not there. So if you connect with me in both places, you'll never miss any exciting episodes of Chaos with Shirley and Herb. And, yeah,
Sorry, I'm multitasking again.
it's all good, so am I.
But there wasn't no comments.
Yep. I'm going to stretch my back for a teeny tiny bit. Actually, let's go ahead and end this here live stream. I appreciate everybody took time to be here, and appreciate all them their thumbs ups. And please consider going over to Charles During Wooden Visions Facebook business page and liking over there. And consider going to woodenvisions.com and harneilmedia.com. And I appreciate everybody that took the time to be here, even if your microphone ain't on. Point at that camera eventually. And we appreciate everybody that.
How's that?
I wanted to read a comment first. Steve Nealon says, I'm amazed so many are moving the shows to Facebook since very few get money. I'm just trying to better the odds. But I don't want to abandon my YouTube audience either. But I appreciate everybody that took the time to be here. Thank you, Harneil Media, for being a gracious sponsor of Durian Fruit. A little joke there. Appreciate you. Y'all come on back. We'll see you again, all right?
Scroll